Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta, and welcome to this evening's Crafty Live. So, it's going to be kind of a chill one, just here for an hour as usual. And today we're going to be working on my new colouring book. I say new, it's the first time I'm going to be using it. I've had it since September. It's about time I got around to using it. So, I am going to start off, though, as we have been doing recently, by reading whatever the day has in store for us from the Everyday Magic Book of Pagan Days by Lucia Staza. So, yeah, today is the 12th of November. Oh, it's a short and sweet one today. So we have got 12th of November, Feast of Thoth, Egyptian god of writing, wisdom and magic. Make a libation of wine in his honour if you require assistance in these matters. And that little entry was from Melusine Draco. So, yeah, okay. I do like my Egyptian sort of deities. I'm quite a big fan. I definitely, I saw a thing the other day that said, if you never had an ancient Egyptian phase as a child, did you even have a childhood? And I think, yeah, I can remember vividly the point in primary school where we studied a little bit about ancient Egypt and we learned about pyramids and we made paper from papyrus and we made bricks out of mud, and that definitely had an effect on me and has stuck with me even into adulthood. I find quite a lot of, I don't know, on a level that is soul deep almost, because I can't really explain it with words. I just enjoy Egyptian iconography, and yeah, it's weird because I don't actually have a desire to go to Egypt. Mostly because I feel like I'd be very disappointed because in my head I've built it up to be this magical thing, and yeah, it's just a place like everywhere else now. But right, let's have a check-in with chat. We've got the lovely Amy, welcome in. Hey, hey. And we've got Roxy the Dirty Crafter. Hey, my dear, I'm so glad that you're joining us. Don't feel that you have to stay longer than you're comfortable, though. Okay, look after yourself. I certainly, yeah, times are tough right now. So, yeah, just be gentle with yourself, and I hope that you are okay. I know you've got a busy couple of days coming up with your little one celebrating. So, this book is the official Wicked colouring book, illustrated by Carolina Zambrano. I got it from the lovely M for my birthday, and just having a look through, it is double-sided on every page. So I'm going to have to probably avoid using the alcohol markers, much as I love them, and we're going to stick with doing something in pencil. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, Amy said, had one single lesson in school, then went home and requested a ton of books and spent months reading everything I could about the pyramids and gods and goddesses and the conspiracy theories. Yeah, sometimes it just catches you. And that becomes your special interest then. Yeah. Yeah, there was, I mean, I've got a massive, I think she's bigger than any diamond painting I've ever done. Big picture of Cleopatra that's up in the house. And she's moved around several different homes with me. This huge, great big picture. Yeah, we've got at least 2 shelves, I think, in our display case that are just Egyptian statues. So, hey, Sarah, welcome in. So yeah, we just got to pick a picture to do. It's nice to find a colouring book that is like official and has an actual artist. You sort of put the name to it, because I went onto Amazon today to get the link for this, which there is a link to this book in the description. And you type in, wicked colouring book, and so much absolute trash comes up. Lots and lots of unofficial colouring books, lots of probably AI generated colouring books. It was actually, I had to put in the author's name or the illustrator's name in order to find the actual one I was looking for. And whether this one is being buried at the bottom of the search lists because they're going to be bringing out a new one for the new film, I'm not sure. But yeah. So we want something quite colourful. Let's see what we can find. Also something that's achievable in the time I've set myself. Obviously, for anybody that hasn't seen the first movie, you might get some spoilers. But the first movie's been out for a year. Go watch it. It's good. And I will try and avoid any spoilers for the second movie, because I love the fact that I know there are people out there in the world who haven't read the books, haven't seen the musical on stage, and therefore are going to be going into the second movie not knowing everything. And that brings me so much joy. I would love to be like in their head at the moment that everything clicks into place and kind of all these realizations happen. I would love that for them. And I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing the second film, because I know that there are things that have been added that are brand new and weren't in the musical, and maybe weren't even in the book. I'm not sure. Obviously, the book is vastly different to the musical, and the film is different again. So I feel like they're like completely separate entities, and that's great. I saw somebody, sorry, I'm really waffling today. I saw somebody on Instagram, I think it was, and it was 3 different versions of Glinda. So you had Glinda from the 1939 movie, you had the Glinda from the stage musical, and then Glinda as Ariana Grande plays her in the film. And the 3 of them were all singing the opening song from Heathers when the 3 Heathers come in. So it was great. And I really like that each version of Glinda is really distinct. And I think it's the same with the Elphabas as well. Obviously, in the 1939 movie, she wasn't even called Elphaba. That is a Gregory Maguire invention, giving her a first name, because she didn't have a first name originally. Or did she? No, she has had different names previously. I know in the Muppets Wizard of Oz they give her a name, but it's not Elphaba. Right. Oh, Roxy is one of those people that doesn't know what's going to happen. Oh, that's exciting. And still haven't seen the first one. Want to wait till both are out. Oh, well, if you're up for a really long cinema sitting, then I know our local cinema are doing a double feature where you can go and watch the first one and then the second one straight after. So Amy still hasn't seen the first one, but every time I've been on social media, I've been recommended posts with spoilers from both, especially the second one. Oh, it's rubbish, isn't it? It's so annoying. I was having a bit of a gripe on Reddit the other day because I feel like even the marketing team for the second movie have let out spoilers in the way that they've marketed the film, and I'm like, just stop it. Stop giving away all the secrets. Maybe it's because I know what's coming that I can see them, sort of, I can unpick the details in the marketing. Maybe if you don't know, it's not as obvious, but oh gosh, yeah. I can't wait to be able to properly discuss it with everybody. But yeah, I can't quite believe it's been a year since the first one came out. We waited so long for the first one, and now this last year has actually seemed to have gone quite quickly between the 2 movies. And I'm glad they split it into 2, because it's a nice big story to tell. Right, let's do, I think I'm going to do this one. This one appeals. It has Some lovely poppies, which obviously are very timely and relevant, as well as being very Aussian. And then we've got the bottle of green elixir that Elphaba's mother drinks from. Yeah, so I think we'll go with that. I've got my coloured pencils. Let's just chuck those out there. And we'll see what happens. It's been a long time since I've coloured in coloured pencils, so we will see. These are a range of different makes and varieties. I've got my Creatures of Darkness ones. We've got, what are these ones? Winsor and Newton. And I've got Derwent ones. So I think most of them, what's that one? Oh, that's a watercolour one. That's Derwent Academy as well. So yeah, there's a selection. But I think I'm just going to go in with some orange undertones for the poppies. So I kind of want them to be an orangey red rather than like a red. I loved the fact that obviously poppies play a big part in the 1939 movie. I'm not going to apologise for spoiling that. It's been out for years. So, and I like the way that they have been incorporated into the story. So what's everybody else up to? What have you been up to? I know I have been a bit AWOL. And yeah, I did another big scary thing yesterday. We went in, it was my son's birthday, and we went into town. I went into town for the very first time using my chair, and we went into Wagamama's for dinner, which was very lovely, and they were very accommodating. I was really worried about it, but actually I was super impressed with their ability to accommodate me, because my main worry was it's bench seats in Wagamama's. How am I going to get the chair in there? But they have a couple of spots where they can just whip the whole bench away and give you that space to sit, which was lovely. And in fact, I was extra impressed. Not that it's necessary for me, of course, but when I was looking up their kind of accessibility options, they have all their menus in Braille. And I don't think I've ever seen that. Granted, not been looking for it, but I was just really impressed that that was something that they offered. Oh, Sarah has finished Richard's statue, been taking care of a ton of critters for hours a day. Yeah, they accommodated me really well. I was very impressed, because I really wasn't sure what to expect. Got to now that we've got the blue badge, it means that options for parking nearer places obviously is a lot better, and that's just, it just takes away a lot of that stress of having to walk too far. And as much as I found it, I was still very anxious in town. There was no worry that I was going to be in pain and like embarrass myself by being in pain while in town. That is one area I don't have to worry about once I'm in the chair. So yeah, it's just amazing, really, how, I was going to say one simple thing, one very expensive thing, can make such a difference. And hopefully it will mean I can get out and about a little bit more, without the fear of being publicly seen in pain. So it just opens up some options to me. I still don't think I'd want to go into town, on a Saturday before Christmas kind of thing, you know, with busy shopping. But we didn't go in until like 6 o'clock, so it was the last dregs of customers of the day before we went into the restaurant. Oh, Amy, you've been struggling. I totally get it. 100% feel you on that one. And yeah, just don't feel like you've got to suffer on your own. I know that it's easy to just kind of shut yourself away, and don't feel like you have to do that if you fancy a little bit of company. Come whinge at us. Right. I'm gonna add in a little bit. Oh, is this? Nope. Okay, right. That one's not working. Not working. I don't know what is with my finger quotes today. That's obviously a thing. That's yeah. I do like my Creature of Darkness pencils, but the leads are very soft and they break really easily. And I'm tough on my pens and my pencils. And I have got all my stuff set up and didn't think to pick up a pencil sharpener, although I have got a craft knife, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's been a long time since I've done colour pencils, and I think I get spoiled by the sort of the ease in which alcohol markers will layer and build up. But yeah, not too shabby. Right, try and get some darks in there. Oh, yeah, I remember them saying with the Creatures of Darkness, I remember Jackie saying that they tried a bunch. Yeah, they are great, but the leads are very soft and they break a lot. But yeah, it's not really it's not like such a negative that I would not use them. It just what is jiggling? As I'm sorry, I can hear something. I've got some jewellery hanging on a hook next to my desk, and as I'm moving the table as I colour, I can just hear it all jiggling. My love. It's all right. Don't worry. Oh. Sorry, I've completely stopped talking now, as so often happens. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I talking about? I don't know. Yeah, I think colour pencils, they get a bit of a sort of forgotten in the world of art products sometimes, sort of seen as something a bit cheap and throwaway, and for kids, and actually they're really versatile. One of the art teachers at the secondary school that I used to work at, her chosen medium was colour pencils. She did some beautiful work, absolutely stunning. Right. Oh, Amy says, love pencils for colouring. I've tried so many pens, but always go back to pencils in the end. Sarah says, was never good with colour pencils, never got the hang of them. I have no idea if I use them correctly or not. I do enjoy them though. I feel like with colour pencils, it's easier to hide any mistakes you make, whereas with alcohol markers, sometimes it can feel like every single time you touch the paper, there's the potential for ruining what you've done. All right, let's get some black in here. I had started making a video for Monday of me working on, let me get them right here, working on this beaded flower kit that I got, I think back in like May time, because the plan was to make the poppies so they were ready for the 11th, and I started recording it. In fact, I might put what I've done, I might just put up as a members only video, but I got so far and then got completely bamboozled by the instructions, had no idea what it was asking me to do. Got so muddled, and so in the end I was like, do you know what, it hurts my brain too much, I'm not doing it. What I might do is just try and freestyle something with the beads of my own concoction, so it'll still be a poppy, it just won't be necessarily following their instructions. I think that's the way to go, because I still want to make the flowers, but I struggled a lot with their instructions, and I looked up sort of to see if I could find the or not necessarily the same one, but some sort of instructions for making beaded poppies, and I couldn't find anybody using the same kit, or even the same style of beads. A lot of people were using bugle beads instead of seed beads, and then there were people that were sewing rather than using wire. So I think I'm going to have to come up with something of my own invention, just so that I've not wasted the kit, really, which is fine. But yeah, it's horrible when you get a kit and just, I mean, it's on the surface it looks like good instructions. There are colour pictures, there's written instructions as well, but my brain just couldn't make it work. And, yeah. also really wished that I'd had a bead spinner that threads your beads really quickly, because the first thing you have to do is thread 25 centimeters or 55 centimeters worth of beads, I think it was, which was a lot to do by hand. You're quite right, Sarah. Yeah, colour pencils, and in fact, any art medium, I suppose, there's not really a correct way to use it. Yeah, you just. But I guess what I mean by the correct way to use them is I don't know that I use them in the way that gets the best out of them. That's what I mean. Yeah. And some of the ones that I'm using here, this one in particular, is actually a watercolour pencil. So it doesn't behave quite the same way as a regular colour pencil anyway. It's not as waxy. Amy says, I find the noise that pencils make quite relaxing. Pens can be a bit squeaky. Yeah. Oh. I don't know what weight paper this is. It's quite nice. Is it going to say anyway? Probably not. Does it say anywhere? No. Doesn't say what sort of weight the paper is, but yeah, it's not flimsy at all. It's quite nice. It's just a shame it's on both sides, really. But obviously, you get twice as much artwork that way. So, things and roundabouts. But I've got plenty of other books that I can use my alcohol markers in. It would be nice to keep this one maybe just for pencils. Might have to sort of build myself a little set of wicked colouring pencils, because I'm sure there'll be some colours that I'm coming back to again and again in here. So make myself up a little pencil case that can travel around with this book and me. So I've got the ones I want with me. Oh, there's a little tiny poppy back there that I missed. I had not noticed. I imagine pink and green will be in high demand. Yes, very much so. Yeah. Yeah. Although one thing I will say about the new film, because it's in all the posters and stuff, is the dress that Ariana wears as Glinda in all the posters for the film, for the second film, is this beautiful, like, I don't even know what colour I call it. It is like a mixture of blue and pink, which has made this lovely kind of lilac-y colour. But it's got like there's almost like a colour shift to it. It's so beautiful. And again, that's quite a nice merging of both the musical and the movie, because in the musical, like, of her main like bubble dress isn't pink, it's blue. Which a lot of people were very surprised about when they then saw the film and she's in the pink dress. But then yeah, so she has like a blue dress in the musical, but obviously in the 1939 film she has the iconic pink dress, and this is like a nice merging together of both those ideas. I've seen various suggestions as to why the musical went with a blue dress, not a pink dress. She does wear pink in the musical early on, She wears white as her school uniform, and then like the party dress stuff that she wears is all pink. So there is still definitely a pink versus green kind of element. Yeah, so her party dress is pink, but then her bobble dress is blue. So this is a nice merging. What do I want? I want a nice dark green. What is this one? It is dark green. Exactly what I wanted. There you go. So I'm going to go darker on the stem. Yeah, I've seen some suggestions that the reason that the musical didn't do a pink dress was because of some copyright deal with MGM and the original movie. But I don't think that that's true, because that dress has been parodied so many times that surely there must be. I mean, even in to merge two of my obsessions, David Lynch and Wizard of Oz, in Wild at Heart, he has one of the actresses dressed up in the Glinda dress, and it's the actual, well, not the actual one, but it's the same dress from the movie. David Lynch, also a big Wizard of Oz fan. So, I know that for Return to Oz, one of the best movies of the 80s, they had to, because that's a Disney movie, they had to pay MGM for the rights to use the ruby slippers, because the ruby slippers aren't in the books. They were used for, they were only brought in for the movie, because in the books it is silver shoes. Hello. Coffee, thank you. Thank you very much. Are the cats in or out, my love? Okay, so I heard some fireworks, because ridiculousness time of year. Thank you. Sarah says, isn't the big copyright bit from the 1939 movie the exact colour of the witch's makeup? I remember reading that they had to dance around the exact colour in later versions. Yeah, I think there is something to do with that. Although I wouldn't want to wish anybody having to wear the exact makeup that Margaret Hamilton wore, because that had actual like copper in it, and was very, very dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, there's some horror stories about that movie. Gosh. But yeah, so ooh, Amy, I'm making a couple of crochet characters that have details that are needle felted onto something I've just crocheting. That's kind of scary. Oh gosh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, must share pictures of how it's going though, because that sounds really interesting. I love the idea of combining the two. Yeah, definitely. I really enjoy needle felting. Yeah. And in fact, I was looking at had a woolen blanket that had accidentally gone through the wash on a regular cycle, and the fibres have become quite felted now. And I was sort of thinking, oh, I could, use this and make something with it. And yeah, I was. She says, almost finished. I will share them when I'm done. I want to see if the characters are recognisable too, since I know for a fact at least a couple of people have seen the show they're from. Oh, okay. That's exciting. Fab. Talking of sharing things between all of us, I know I had suggested doing our group Zoom on Thursday, and I know that didn't work for everybody anyway, but I don't think it's going to work for me now either, because my folks want to come over and see Oz because they haven't seen him yet to do birthday celebrations. He appears to be having the birthday that never ends because it started before his birthday. It's still going. This particular pencil is making a lot of dust, which... How long have we been going for? Oh my gosh, 37 minutes already. Surely not. Wow, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't choose a more complicated picture. Is it a milestone birthday? He's 15, so not quite a milestone, but it definitely feels like a transitional period for him. I think from boy to, or from young teen to young man, I guess. I'm going to sharpen this pencil off screen so that if I damage myself, nobody has to watch me chop my finger off. I know why all my pencil sharpeners have gone missing. It's because they were playing D&D at the weekend, which means there were lots of pencils and stuff out and people needing to sharpen said pencils. I'm feeling like I need some Mr. Super Clear on this now because it's not taking any more colour. It's just... I don't suppose it works very well on paper. I think that's the one thing you do notice with like cheaper colour pencils is, particularly sort of the more, I think, I don't know, just some of them, they're not great for layering. They don't... Sorry, I have to turn the book slightly. This silly left-handedness. I'm also starting to hurt my hand because I can feel I end up with a pressure sore on my hand from holding the pencils too hard. I'm the same with diamond painting though, heavy-handed. That's one of the things that the art dot pen has definitely taught me, is to be a little bit more gentle, because you don't need to press down hard with that one. And also got green on the side of my hand now, so I'll be if I colour this book between now and when I eventually go to the cinema to see the film, I will have green hands. Oh, Roxy got a Daisy Moon order being shipped notification. Do you know what I got a shipping notification for today? I got a shipping notification from Diamond Art Studio UK, and I think, well, the only thing I've ordered from them is my temperature chart. So I'm very excited for that to arrive. I think that might be here tomorrow. If it is, then that will definitely, I will record it tomorrow, and then you can have that as your Friday video, which means there'll be a Friday video, because at the moment there isn't. I am, well, this is the first time I've sat on my desk for nearly a week, I think. Oh no, because I was here last Wednesday, so less than a week. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. But it just feels bad to me, I think. And I know that, yeah, you shouldn't be listening to what other creators are doing. Just be my own person. But when I know that other creators have already started making their Christmas content, and I'm like, I don't even have a plan for that. I don't know. I have one, possibly two things, and that's only things that have come to light this week because my husband happened to be in Lidl's, the range, somewhere cheap and cheerful. I can't remember. It doesn't say on the packet. So wherever he was, and he spotted something that was festive and crafty, and so he picked it up for me because he's wonderful. I could be a rebel and not do Christmas content. Oh, Amy's temperature chart shipped today too. Also due tomorrow. Fabulous. Excellent. I was talking to my friend Annabelle, who some of you might have seen in the crochet chat group. She's doing the cross-stitch version of the temperature chart. And yeah, I think she's just started working on that. So I still haven't decided whether I'm going to start mine in January or not. I think I might, because I think there'll be a lot of people starting in January, and it'll be quite nice to see everybody progress together, I think. Right, I really want a darker green than my dark green. That might be asking too much. For you, you're a sea green. Maybe. Oh, what are you? You're a lush green. Let's try lush green. Let's see what that's like. Oh, very waxy. Not doing a lot at all. But you are darker. Right. Let's go. Oh, Miss Spooky, there isn't room for you because I'm here. Spooky has decided to pick my desk as her favourite spot at the moment again. You saw her here, I think, a few times before. And she tends to she cycles through her favourite spots. And this week, my desk is her favourite spot. Probably because I've not been using it very much. Yeah, so there she is. Miss Thing, are you going to get settled? Hey. Meow. Oh, come around this way. No, she's not having any of it. Right, fine. Back to work then. Ooh, sneak peeks there. Right, what was I doing? Dark colours. I'm going to risk going in with the black and trying to see if I can build up some shadows. Just underneath. Oh dear, that was a bit too... Probably should have picked a brown rather than the black. That might have been better. So yeah, Christmas content. I don't know that you're going to have much in the way of seasonal content from me, but hopefully you will still have some content. But it might not necessarily be seasonal. Although I'm just trying to think. Do I? No, not really. Don't have anything. Oh, that's not true. I will have at least one seasonal painting because of the one from Feel Look. So, yeah. That hasn't shipped yet though, so who knows when that'll arrive. That was the one that I got you guys to help me pick which one to do. And in the end, I told them the two that was my favourites and said, you decide. I don't mind. So right, I think I'm just gonna go over these edges with that brighter green that I had at the start. And then yeah, sort of tie it all together a little bit. It's the arm up into Grace. Black with the green is looking good on camera. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was really doubting it. I was like, yeah. There is no black in nature, kind of. Yeah. I worry about going too sort of literal with shadows. But... Right. It's enough of that for a second because my wrist is hurting. Right, quick slurp of coffee. How long we got left? 10 minutes. Plenty of time to... No, not plenty of time to finish, but I think we've made a good start. I'm pleased with it. Oh. Spooky might have something to say about there being no black in nature. Why you say that? But I've seen her when she lays in a puddle of sunshine and she's got all these red streaks through her. And then whenever I brush her, all the fluff that comes out definitely looks grey, not black. But yeah, it's a funny one. Oh. Okay, I'll just give you some spooky action while I drink my coffee for a second. Spooks. But yeah, so I did have some lovely bits and pieces decoratively adorning that corner of my desk, and she just pushed them all out the way to make room for her butt. So, but all of last week, her place of choice was on the coffee table, and she would kick off anything that was in her way. And then, sort of the week before that, it was the arm of the chair, and then a bit before that, actually in the cat bed. So maybe she'll cycle back round to actually sleeping in the cat bed. Oh, she's just seen herself on the monitor, on the iPad. That's quite funny. She sort of stopped and looked like she was really confused. Like there was another cat. Ah, right. That's enough. Coffee break for now. Let's do some of the glass bottle. I've been putting it off. Right. We have got a lime green. Let's start with that, because it's easier to go darker than it is to go lighter. It's a beautiful Art Deco-y kind of bottle. It's lovely. If any of you have ever seen my unboxings for Witch Casket, you will know of my love for coloured glass. Yeah. Sarah says, "How dare you put anything where the Queen's fuzzy bottom goes? This shall not be tolerated." Indeed. Amy says, "My cat is sat behind me watching the screen. Not sure she likes me watching other cats." Oh, we should just set up a live stream for cats. Cats watching cats. There's probably a Twitch channel that does that already, to be honest. You can pretty much watch anything on there. Right. I ummed and ahed about whether this central bit here was a label, but I'm going to decide it's not. I think it is just a thing on the glass, because I think it's a bit too on the nose to write green elixir on the bottle. This lime green is looking very yellow, but I promise it is green. But yeah, my love for coloured glass runs deep. Just even when I worked in the pubs, and we had the bottles of Harvey's Bristol Cream come in beautiful Bristol blue glass, and I used to hate throwing them away, so I ended up with so many of them on my kitchen windowsill. Yeah, so lovely. Right, so we've got a jade green. That one's an apple green. That sea green is definitely blue. Sea green looks turquoise. Yeah, what I've done with it. Yeah, the end of it definitely looks turquoise. Yeah, yeah. It's not green. But then what's that one? Yeah, this is where colours get a bit funny, though, don't they? It's just I've got this is sea green, which I would say, okay, fine, that is kind of a sea green. But then this one is sea green as well. So they're not the same colour. And they're even made by the same company. I mean, one is an Academy watercolour and one is one is an Academy watercolour. Yeah, the same company, the same colour name, completely different colours. Yeah, bonkers. I think we talked last week about Sarah Renee Clark's color color cubes and things that she was trying to figure out the color names for things. And yeah, it's mad. But yeah, I think I've passed on my love of color glass to my son as well, because he is definitely attracted to anything that looks a bit like a potion bottle. Oh, so yeah. So Richard says one is Mediterranean sea green and the other is Caribbean sea green. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and I don't remember a sea green color as far as it goes. Sea foam green, maybe, yes. Um, yeah. Amy says, I will never understand how color names are decided because they never seem accurate. Oh, completely. Yeah. Wish there was a standardized color system like DMC so you know exactly what color you're getting. Yeah, that was one of the things that came up with the Sarah Renee Clark video when she was talking about her color cubes. And she was saying that even if you look at things like the Pantone colors, some of those are copyrighted. So even if you couldn't then use that as a standardized color anyway. And she was saying obviously there's different color codes between like this CMYK colors, like the 4-color printing, and then the whatever the other one is, can't remember. For yeah. So and yeah, so colors on screen are different to colors when you print them on paper. So for digital artists, that must be an absolute nightmare. Right. I'm going to risk a little bit of this sea green, the darker sea green, because I want this to be a bit more emeraldy. Yeah, it's odd that we've never had like a standardized color. Right. Let's go back in with that very limey green, just to almost using the lime green like a blender to sort of pull everything else together and smooth out some of my scratchier lines. That's not going to work. I might have to go back in with a white marker pen afterwards to add some highlights. Right, I think I'm going to stop here. It is 1 minute past the hour. My fingers are hurting a bit. So I think that is where I'm going to stop this. But thank you so much for joining me for this little wicked colouring session. I definitely think I might continue with this next week. Yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, and if you're watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments. It's always nice to know. And if you've got a favourite brand of colour pencils, let me know that as well, so that I can search them out and maybe treat myself either on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or for Christmas. One of those things. I've already got my eye on some new alcohol markers. I've been saying for ages that I wanted some Ohuhus. So that's going to be something I'm looking out for around Black Friday, definitely. And if not, Christmas. But I think looking at the state that some of these pencils are in, I could maybe do with looking at getting some new ones. Some of these just are broken all the way down the leads. And so every time you sharpen them, it breaks off. And it's just not very satisfying. So, yeah. I'm pretty pleased with what I've achieved today. My camera's on the wander. Yeah, this was a lovely fun book. So huge thank you to Em, who is the Glinda to my Elphaba. She's definitely the pink to my green. And yeah. So yeah, huge thank you to her. She's also, for my birthday, she got me a Lego set that's wicked themed as well. So maybe we'll do that next week. We'll have some more wicked content for you, but something a little bit different. I'll see how my hands are feeling. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, Amy likes the Castle Art brand of pencils. Lovely, excellent. So yeah, I've just had the message from my daughter as well to remind me that Big Brother is on. So I best get off here and let her have the big telly. So thank you so much, everybody, and do all the YouTubey stuff. You guys are awesome, and I love you loads. Until next time, stay crafty.